funds for the different things which they do in the community. So please don't look at them as just people gathering stuff. They are workers in the community, and they would love you to go and see their work. And if you are happy with some of the things they have, it would be good to buy a thing or two. That would be great. So that's about our setup. We also have a couple of speakers who have important messages for us, some VIP guest speakers, and I'll let that run as the program goes. But at the moment, can I invite Wakisa to come and do the country acknowledgement, please?
Good evening, everyone. I am Wakisa Chikadza, and I am 12 years old. I have been participating in Girlforce Victoria, based in Pakenham, Victoria, since 2019. I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land and to pay my respects to elders past, present, and emerging. I hope you enjoy the rest of the night.
Thank you, Wakisa. We'll directly now invite the Vice President of AfriAus, iLEAC, Dr. Flatter, to come and
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Oh, thank you. I don't want to talk to myself. Okay, so my name is Bulata Moyo, and if you can't remember the whole name, just remember that I was born Fit First. I came out Fit First, okay? So today is a very special day, and most of you have been with us for a long time as AfriAus iLEAC. And if you remember, AfriAus iLEAC was born on its feet. During COVID, we just were born and we were running and we were distributing COVID-19 protection kits, and we were all over the place. We became ambassadors of COVID-19, and we took up so many things. Together with you, we were able to go very far. So today, as we gather, I want to welcome each one of you. Thank you so much. This multicultural dinner would not be successful if you were not here. Because as we say in AfriAus iLEAC, together we can go far. And we are going far. So just know that this is your space today, and we want to work together and do a lot of things. And you will discover that those of you who attended Multicultural Dinner last year, this year there are some specials that the President will reveal. I will not reveal, but the President, when she comes, she will reveal the specialities, and we have Girlforce here in force. So we look forward to that. And then, what is fellowship without swallowship? We shall eat and be merry. So welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Flatter. You came feet first, and so did AfriAus iLEAC. Thank you very much. Indeed, we're here not just to sit quiet and be bored. We're here to look at very different things that different community groups have done and are doing, and we want to also get to know what's available in our community. Sometimes we don't know just what services and what helps we can get from who. So we're here to get some of that information. Okay. I think I need the President's guidance here because we have Cardinia Shire and I am not sure the Council is now represented or not yet. Is the President here? And if the Council is not yet available, then maybe we'll go on to the VIPs. No, all right. So in that case, we go straight to our VIP guest speakers, and according to this program, I have Associate Professor Abdel Halabi as the trailblazer.
Thank you, Dr. Charles. It's wonderful to be here, Charles. I'm a follower and you are a leader, and I'm always happy to follow you. I've just got a couple of things to say. When I reflect on the wonderful work that AfriAus has done throughout the community, but there was a men's health day that was here, and it brought a lot of engagement, a lot of talking, and a lot of reflection from men and women in that evening, and I thought that was a wonderful event that you did. But I've just got a couple of things that I would have thought in terms of engagement. When we talk about engagement, we talk about active involvement, we talk about interaction and participation, and the events that AfriAus put on are all those things. They ask for your engagement, your involvement, all the different communities that we've got here as well. And what you do, what we need to remember is that events like this promote cultural exchanges. We can come together, and we've got the Sikh community here, the Muslim community here, the African community here, and by bringing these communities together, it encourages diverse communities to share their traditions, food and music, all together. And that's a very, very important thing about what AfriAus is doing here. It's inclusive. We're using multiple languages. We're going to different tables and talking different languages, and you'll see something coming up soon where the 16 days of activism where people talk in different languages to get the message across. This is very, very important, and that encourages engagement, and that encourages active involvement by all the people. I love to see the youth here. We're going to see things today with youth, and we're going to see Girl Power, and my daughters were also involved in Girl Power, and I know the enjoyment that they got from them, and I know how they reflected and they put into the community. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that, and that's another event that AfriAus has done very, very well. Their support for women. We will see an event in the men's health. Women were up here delivering messages, and I thought that was wonderful as well. So I think for me, I'm going to leave it at that, Dr. Charles. I just wanted to reflect on a few little things, how we can engage more and we can involve the cultures together, because there's so many advantages in that, and the youth and the women all together. So thank you for the opportunity to come here. I'm going to keep it short and sweet, but I'm really looking forward to the dinner and to the other talks as well. So thank you, Charles.
Our hands together, better than that. Thank you. Now that table is very active, but it's not clapping hands. This table is active, but not clapping hands, talking to itself. Can you listen to what is being said? Okay, be good boys, good girls. Thank you. All right. The great community of the Sikh community is here, and Jagdar is here. And I want Jagdar to speak. Do we have something to say here? about the community coming together. So you can't speak for now? Okay, we'll use network caps. All right. Yeah, the doctor is here. Your turn, Jacta. Yeah. How are you? I'm good. How are you? Welcome. Welcome again, and Jacta is here. We always love to hear his wisdom.
Good afternoon, everybody. I feel privileged. This is a great opportunity for our club. We are from Kali Senior Citizen Club. I am president of that club. Our members are there. We always are being divided by Rebecca and their colleagues. We congratulate on behalf of my club to Rebecca to having such a huge function. We are associated with these activities for the last more than 1 year. This is a wonderful platform for multicultural group. I have no words. Only I want to congratulate everyone which is participating in this function. So thank you very much, Rebecca and his husband. They are personally known to me. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We always love to see Jacta come here with the Seniors Club. Okay. Jacta, there's a request that you also speak in Punjabi. What you said, speak in Punjabi now.
Thank you very much. In Punjabi, actually, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. This word, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh, I want to explain you, everyone. Khalsa is a Persian word. Khalsa, Farsi to. You know the Persian? Khalsa is a Persian word. This means direct contact between God and you. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਿੱਧੇ ਹੀ ਅਣਦੇਖੇ that you can quantum world. You can in quantum mechanics you can say like this, that you are associated with that, because the first vibration of the world, you know, don't know from where the universe has started, because I am a science student. Today I am telling you that I am studying cosmology, how the universe has been involved, what the religions are saying, what the science is saying. That in our religion, our first guru tell Ek Omkar, that means ਉਹਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਦੇਖੋ ਮੈਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਣ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਇੱਕ means one ਓਮਕਾਰ that means the first vibration in the world. Then there was nothing. Nothing means according to science there is something. According to Vedas, Veda के मुताबिक जो लोग पंजाबी समझते हैं वेदा के मुताबिक भी the first dance of Natarajan where the CERN is going to experiment the existence of new particles in Switzerland. There is a photo of Natarajan before that. If some people know the origin of those, that is a 22 kilometers in circumstances and 1 kilometer under earth. There, from where the God particle, the Higgs boson, has been identified. If some people know about that, there is a picture of Natarajan, dancing of cosmology. That is the meaning of Ikamka. So first vibration. This is the start of our religion. ਸਾਡੇ ਧਰਮ ਦਾ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਵਿਆਖਿਆ ਕਰਨ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਧਰਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਓਮਕਾਰ ਜੋ ਹੈ ਓਮਕਾਰ that is a trigonometry that you say in Buddhism that is triverse in Christianity also when John baptized Jesus Christ in the river Jordan the same 3 persons were there. That is trigonometric. In Quran also, in Bible, there is a Amen. People understand? It's Amen. In Islam, that is Ameen. The meaning of both is same. After we pray, the positive waves coming. What is that positive wave? The same thing. Same thing, the first vibration. If you go very deep, that is the first wave. Same. So, Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh. The matlab Punjabi ਚ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਾਲ ਸਿੱਧੇ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਜੁੜੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਉਸੇ ਦੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਵੀ we owe our head to him. ਇਹਨਾਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਬਾਤਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਦੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਬੜਾ ਸ਼ੁਕਰਗੁਜ਼ਾਰ ਸਮਝਦਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਆਡੀਅੰਸਸ ਦਾ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਸਰੋਤੇ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਕਾਫੀ ਲੰਬਾ ਬੋਲ ਸਕਦਾ ਲੇਕਿਨ we have a very short time. I want that the other speakers should come here and speak. Again, thank you. Namaste, Dhanyavad, bonjour to everyone. I know 5 languages of the world. I can speak 5 languages of the world. Thank you very much.
Namaste. Thank you, Dr. I guess one thing I can say is that, as Abdel said, the different cultures coming together will get to know each other better. And Martin Luther King Jr. used to say that people fear each other because they don't know each other. But if people knew each other, then there would not be fear. And how can we know each other if we don't come together? So our vision of a vibrant community in Cardinia Shire is to find opportunity to come together, interact and get to know each other. I've got a good lesson today from Jacta, so quite a well summarized understanding of the outlooks. So thank you, Jacta. I think we should progress, and Peter Pal is here. Peter Pal is from the South Sudanese community, and I would want to invite him to come and speak.
Thank you, Dr. Charles. Good evening, everybody. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, first, let me say thank you and congratulations to the leadership of the African Alliance Corporate, the leadership for putting this wonderful event together. This is very wonderful, having seen young people, but also elderly, inviting the business group coming along with the material. This ideally is the community event that really showcases what we all share. Although we're going to have snacks and dinner later that is also showcasing what we all share very well. I think it's really wonderful. I wanted to say here that the diversity that I'm seeing here is what represents our community, and that's how it's supposed to be. We don't have to be from the same place, in the same community, but Kenya is our home collectively. The eastern suburb is our home collectively. Melbourne as a whole is our home collectively. And these young people, tomorrow when they become doctors in this area, they will be looking after all these young people in the family. They all probably will come, the teachers in this local school, they will also be educating these children of ours as well. The same to the council. They will look after the library that we are gathering at today, and the rest of the things that are very important for us to live in this particular council area that we are living in. So our coming together, irrespective of different languages that we speak, share food, share love, getting to know each other, that will also inform us on how we can live together here and advance peaceful, prosperous Cardinia child, and even beyond Cardinia as well. So I congratulate the organizer for putting this together. Let's continue to support one another. When this group called for a function, we act together. When other faith groups call for community activities, we all go there and support them. Because when we work together, we can achieve more. And when we support one another, we will understand and educate ourselves on how we can bridge the gap so that we live as a vibrant, progressive society in peace and development. I will stop from here, but continue to celebrate the day. This is the eve of the month of December. We are transitioning to the new year. So January is coming very soon. For those of you from the place of Christianity, this is your month. From the other group that's from different faiths, we always celebrate what is the faith group that is from the God is one. That's already spoken by the previous speakers. It is one. So let's be together. Let's bring children along, mothers and fathers, grandfathers, and let's share food together. Because food don't have religion. They don't have cultures. Thank you very much for listening and for the opportunity to have a word to say on this very important day. Thank you. Dr. Chad, I can't see you. It's very tough, I can't see you. Welcome.
Thank you, Peter. I want to thank you, Peter, for making it. You were saying in his business with another meeting, so you have to come. So it's made it. And thank you for the words of wisdom. We are now approaching an activity, time for an activity involving our young people in the community. And I would like to invite Rebecca, who is president of AfriAus AfriAus, to
just call me when to help. I'm going to record the kids.
and to give us a run through what we've been doing. And I think this is more than just this year. Last year we've done some activities, and I'm sure we can some presentations I'm sure also. So you don't just do a bit talking about them, they will come to talk themselves as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Charles. I think this thing needs to be used, and you know why? Because so that I'm not still moving around. Otherwise, I'm a teacher, so I like moving around and so on. Okay. Thank you very much for coming up, or coming so early. Some of you were here in time. I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we are meeting, and I echo Wakisa's acknowledgement to country so that I don't have to repeat it. As you can see in the room, there are families which are attending, and that has been our target. If you read the topic or the title of the dinner, it is Multicultural Communities and Families Dinner. So we don't want just to invite, we didn't want to invite only adults, but we want them to come with their families. So a huge thank you to responding to AfriAus iLEAC with our partners call. We are delivering this dinner under the Changing Narrative project from Silencing. It is a family prevention project and early a primary intervention project. And that's why we emphasize this idea or the importance of keeping the family unit together, and so inviting the families every time we have activities. Allow me to say a huge thank you to all the families, the parents who sent in their children or young people to participate in the 2 days workshop, and then the 3rd day today, it is a closing ceremony. You might be wondering, what did they do on those 2 days? So as quickly as possible, day 1 saw these amazing young people covering the theme recognizing and responding to violence. I will not preempt them. I will not go into detail. Recognizing and responding to violence. The last day, which was yesterday, it was building safe communities. Again, I will not go into details. They will do their presentations. However, if you looked to my right-hand side where the 2 ladies are standing, if you could just move away from there. Again, you're blocking us, you're blocking our work, Manisha. Yeah, if you can just go that way a little bit. There are 2 murals. This mural, I will invite Bella, where's Bella? And Sonita, will you be able just to tell us about this mural? Or Yeah, you can do it? No? Okay. Wakisa, can you do it? Yes, just quickly. As quickly. What happened? Okay, tell us. So Wakisa, talk about this mural, and then Bella, you talk about the badges.
Oh, so on this mural, we were drawing about peace and good relationships. So some people have drawn peace signs or strong connections, and some people have on the badges they've written on how they're their own hero or shiro, and they also drew connectivity in communities and colored some stuff in.
For that one, we also did some shiro activities, and we did who we find as a savior for us. And what I did was, I said I was my own hero, because I always stand up for others, and I stand up for myself as well.
And I can't ask beyond the club that you have just given these young people. If our people could just reduce the walking around, that would be great. I think the young people have followed instructions. They are well behaved, seated and listening. That would be great. So you can see that that is some of the work they have done, using their imagination, their creativity, just to put down, to create messages and images to show what sort of a better future community they are envisioning. It is about keeping in the mind, respecting others. And some people, maybe they have heard about emotional intelligence. It is, are you able to know how others are feeling, and then you'll be able to respond in the best way you can and still maintain the rapport, the relationship with them. Because we are different in many ways, but how do we live together? So those two murals, as they are, during the dinner, feel free with your plate, come around, just have a look at what is there, read the messages in words as well as images, and take photos with the murals, appreciate them. The young people who created those two murals, they are sitting at that table and this table. And you can see how respectful they are, sitting quietly. They've always been following instructions. Very beautiful. And I will not preempt them to say what they have taken away from the 2 years we have worked with them, because this is the second creative, Youth Creative Arts Fair. And so, can I get, the following up the stage? Now, remember, we walk gracefully, watch the steps nicely. When I walk, I call your name, you quickly, you come up here, you're looking at the steps, and then you start lining up from the edge of the screen. Can I get Jacob Mafurira? Not yet here. Ednia? Not yet here. Okay, Adi? Okay, not yet here. That's fine. Bex Mafuriwa? Well done. Now, when I call your name, if you're sitting on this table, you walk around this square and then get to the steps. If you are sitting on that table, walk just around there, come up here, because we have a camera here. I don't want any safety issues here to arise. Angie Chikatsa. Well done. Very conscious of safety issues. Well done. Azariah McClatchy. Well done. Yusuf Amanyar. Well done. Wakisa Chikadza. Well done. Michaela McClatchy. Well done. Tabitha Mafriwa. Well done. Who came after Tabi? Who stood? Okay. These smartphones, they have called you patients. I don't know why. Martin, yes, it is spelled, his name is spelled Maten, and then my phone turned into patience. Sorry, Martin. Okay, well done. Bella, well done. Sonita, well done. And then I saw Samira. Where's she? She's coming, she'll join us. Okay. And my smartphone has changed Samira to Samara. Thank God I know what to call. Okay. So these young people have got soft voices. I'll give them the mic just to say what they have learned. If they participated since last year, they'll say from, okay, since 2 years ago or for 2 years. If it is just for the 2 days this year, they'll tell you. So listen carefully.
Hello everyone, welcome to Better Relationships for Better Communities Fair. For the past few days, we've been doing about the bystanders, upstanders, and what bad things bullying can do. Hi, my name is Angelica Chikadza, and we've been doing activities and paintings, and we've been learning about respect and people's feelings. We learned about to respect people and to be kind.
My name is Yusuf Amanya, and we've been doing painting and activities, like we've been doing a bowl game, and we've been creating some artworks.
What did that bowl game teach you?
Teamwork and strategy. Hello, my name is Wakisa, and I am excited to share what I and others have been doing over the past 2 years at the Creative Arts Fair. During this time, we learned about building better relationships and ways to combat bullying. We discovered how to be upstanders and explored 5 effective ways to support someone who's being bullied and to address the bully. Additionally, we created art including painting on canvases and making badges for ourselves. I also want to express my gratitude to those who provided the delicious food for everyone. Thank you everyone for your time, and thank you for hosting me at the Creative Arts Fair.
Hello, my name is Michaela, and these past 2 days we've been doing better communities and better relationships. And on the first day we did these badges on the board and like heroes. And on the second day we did painting on these canvas and drawing whatever you want and what makes you feel happy.
Hello, my name is Tabitha, and I'm going to talk about what we've been doing the past 2 days. We were doing painting and making hero badges and learning about respect, upstander and bystander, and about violence. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Martina Manya, and I have learned a lot about respect as well as bullying from these past 2 years. and have done some paintings about being an upstander and many more.
Hi, my name is Isabella Nasriya, and I am 12, and I have attended this program for 2 years. I've learned about respect, safety, bullying, and speaking up. Thank you for the AfriAus team for having me.
Good evening, my name is Danita, and I would like to say that I've had a wonderful experience having to learn about respect, safety, and especially about bullying, and how you can stop it. We also have done some activities like painting about this topic, and as you can see right next to the stage is our mural. I've learned about this since last year, and I'm grateful for having this experience overall. Thank you.
Well done. Thank you very much. Are you ready, Samira, to join us? Because we're about to give certificates. Okay. I will not force her, so that's fine. We understand. It's not easy to stand at or on stage here, but we have more people. So, Zura, are you here? When we call, is it Samira? Then you come, the mother will come and just get her certificate also. Yeah. You can see the young people, they're quite nervous, but I tell you, they were wonderful when they were just alone there. So I guess one of the feedback you can give us is, Rebecca, with your partners, the LUVPACKS, the Girlforce Steering Committee, what you need to do more is instill confidence in the young people so that at least they shouldn't be intimidated by the public. Okay, so we'll continue nurturing these young voices. Otherwise, they do a great job. They're very creative. They know what they're doing. This year, they made our life very, very easy, the training workshops themselves. Without much ado, I would like to invite two ladies who will be involved in the giving of these certificates with the help of Dr. Flatter, who is the Vice President. Can I get Barinda, Barinda, and then Katija? Sorry, I didn't warn you, just to shake hands. Yes, they are familiar. I've invited these ladies because they are familiar faces to the young people, so I don't want them to be intimidated. You know, who's this male face, and so on. So bear with us. Just okay. Okay. So if you stand on one side, that will be fine. When your name is called, use the same steps, and then come here. What do we do first? Remind me. Get the certificate or shake the hand? Khadija? Shake the hand and then get the certificate. Okay. So when your names are called, carefully step down, take it easy, shake the hands of our dear mothers, nanas, and then you get the certificate from Dr. Flatter. You already know these faces. Bella Riek, well done. Let's clap at the end, not now. Thank you. Not now, so that we go as quickly as we can. Okay? Yeah. There's something missing in those. There's something missing, so what you can do, stand just in front of your mirrors. There's something missing in their package, but it's coming. Our accountant is just hiding somewhere. Yes, okay. Angelica Chikaza. Nice. Okay, so from there, Bella, after the photos, you can line up on that side. Yeah. Okay. Who's the next one? Okay. The next. Angelica, Chikaza. Shake hands first. Okay. Okay.
The camera, please.
Welcome. Oh, the bag. Wakisa, come and get your bag, darling. Don't drop it. In case you drop your, you don't want to. Samira, can the mother come and get the certificate, everything there, and somebody do something? Yes? Thank you. Stand there for the photo and display of your daughters. Yes. Yep. Jacob is not here. Kuden is not here. Adi is not here. Yes. Okay. Martin. Well done. Well done. And you can see 2 females, and they never gave up. They were not intimidated by the number of females, the percentages. Yep, well done.
Okay, put a smile on your face. All right. Good here.
Next, please. Oh, the back. The back. Behind you. Oh. Sonita, thank you, Sonita, being brave. Yes, photo time.
Smile for the camera. 1, 2. Okay, 1 more. Good here, thank you.
Look, well done. Next, please. Yes. Wakisa Chikata. And who is the next one to be ready? Check. Yes.
Okay, smile for the camera. Everyone look at me. All right, you're there, thank you.
Mikera Makwachi. Well done. Photo time. Yes. Azariah, am I right? Yes, Azariah. Well done, Azariah.
Please let's clap for them. Let's appreciate them. Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
All right. Smile for the camera. Coming to you now. All right. One more take. You are there. Thank you.
Well done. Next, please. Tabitha Mafriwa. Well done. Well done.
All right. Smile for the camera. Coming to you. All right. Please, everybody look at me. Just smile. You are there. Thank you. Okay. Vice President, everybody look at the camera, please. Mama, smile. Thank you.
Oh, Banks Mafuriwa. She was the first one to walk up onto the stage, and now she is not. Yes, there we go. Well done, well done. Photo time, smile. Look at the camera. Can we join them? Join them? Yes. Oh, on the stage? Okay. So can you quickly with your, if you get your certificates out, yes, yeah. Get your certificates out and just put your bags at the back and then come up here, line up quickly in the order you line up in the first place. Okay, if you're ready, safely get onto the stage. Yep, in the order you came up. Nicely looking at the steps. The steps, there's a step. I like that. I wish there was music when this was going on. Thank you. Well done. Photo time. Can we get you people here at the front? Just join us, please. Yes, for the photo. Oh, we've got someone. Yes, come. Can you find Jacob? Yes. Yep. Jacob, he participated for the 2 days. Yeah. Well done. Come here. Oh, come. Stay there. Now. Okay.
Be here.
If I sit here, will it do?
Okay, everybody stand back for the camera.
Katija.
All right.
We want male champions, we want to support us. Leaders how? Yeah, come. Community leaders, please come and support us. Yes, supporting these young people. Yes. Yep.
Okay, stand by, everybody look at this camera.
It's up to you now. If you've got the strength and the needs to go up. No, watch out.
Yeah, that will do. All right. Smile, everyone. Look at this camera. After 3, 1, 2, 3. Another one. One more take. Smile. You are there. Thank you so much.
Samira, do you want to hold your certificate here? Samira, do you want to join them with the certificate? No? Okay. Thank you very much. Don't go. Okay, stay there. Okay, and move a little bit this way. A little bit this way. Yeah. Okay. Give us 10 more minutes, please. Okay. This creative arts fair, better future communities fair for the young people, and the multicultural communities and families dinner wouldn't have been possible if the following people were not there to organize this. Some of them, in absentia, they will be acknowledged. Don't clap your hands, hold your applause up to the end. And so allow me here, probably beg before I break stuff here, be adding this to me. Okay, the first next one is Rebecca Lois Mafuriwa. Photo time, Adeniye.
All right.
So, Abdel and Peter Paul, we need you here. These adults, they're not afraid of, yes. Yes, Abdel, come up here with Peter Paul. These adult faces are not afraid to shake your hands. No, not at all. So, yes.
Okay.
So, after your photo time, after your photo,
stand by for the photo, please.
After your photo, you go up and stand behind these kids, right from the back, from that end.
Okay,
and then
everybody.
you have, yes.
Everybody smile, look at the camera. Look at me. Yes, good. One more please, one more thing. One more thing. Smile. Thank you.
Priscilla Chinyani, in absentia, she's the brains of the content. Oh, you take it like that? Okay. Then, shake hands.
Okay, look at the camera. Shake hands, shake hands. Yeah, now look at the camera, please. Thank you so much.
The brains, that was the coordinator. Next is David Chinyani, our accountant and logistics man. Again, Dr. he's here. He's here. If you see the food tonight, delicious, that's the man who has the packet, the budget. Yes, that's our partnership budgets. Okay, thank you.
All right. Please photo this. Mama Rebecca, everybody look at me, please. All right. One more take, smile. Thank you. Right here.
Next is Zura Abdulana. Zura, are you there, Zura? No? Okay. Oh, sorry. Zura. Logistics lady, always there. Rebecca, tell me when there is any way to be done. Shake your hands. You don't know?
Okay. Stand by, smile, look at the camera. Everybody look at me, smile. Okay, one more thing. You are there, thank you.
Nisi Sharoni Chikadza. Nisi Sharoni Chikadza. Always there, again, catering and provided for your children, your grandchildren. Delicious, delicious food for 2 days. Yes, and you see the photos. And she's a nurse by profession, so she just did a good job. Wow, woohoo! Since she's walking, she may feel embarrassed. We can be clapping as they're coming up. Yes, thank you.
Okay, camera please.
You know, we are not used to receiving these awards.
Yes, okay, everybody smile. Look at the camera here. One more thing. Thank you, Renata.
Next is Renata Maklachi. Renata is the body of Sharon, the catering for the 2 days. They worked together. Thank you very much, Renata. She came on board for the first time this year. If you don't mind, handshake, a photo please. Yes.
Everybody look at the camera. Thank you.
Next one, Dr. Fulata Lusungu Moyo. People already know her as the Vice President for AfriAus in iLEAC. Most of you have just seen her on Zoom. today she is in Melbourne. She's in Melbourne. From Switzerland. That's where she lives. Yes.
Okay. You are there. Thank you.
Thank you. Next one. Next one. Mary Mpande. Where's Mary Mpande? There she goes. Logistics lady, working with Zura every time there's need to help out. So a huge thank you, Mary. Thank you. Thank you. We can put our hands together so that she doesn't really feel embarrassed to walk in silence. Thank you, Mary. So if you don't mind, handshake and then take a photo with the men. Thank you. Thanks.
All right. Smile for the camera. One more take. Everybody look at the camera here. The cheese.
Thank you. Next one is Nora. I think Nora is not yet here. That's fine. Next is in absentia, Nora. Next. Angela Kane. In absentia. Joel Mpande. Joel Mpande, our camera photographer, the PA man. Yes, the PA man makes it possible, all the sound system. Yes. Thank you very much, Joel. Thank you. Thanks for that. Yes. Very important, the sound system.
All right.
Yes. He didn't know about it. He's so excited.
All right. Everyone smile, please. One more thing. Smile, say cheese. Thank you.
Next one is Rhoda Mpande Moyo in absentia. So wonderful. If you see, oh yes, Dr. Flatter will collect it for her. If you see all the flyers, all the social media for AfriAus, iLEAC and the partners that we maintain, Rhoda Mpande is one of the team leaders there for comms and media. You did shake their hands on behalf of, yes.
Okay. Coming to you, smile.
Next, please. Thank you. If you think about it, if there are women organizations partnering with AfriAus iLEAC, more women coming in and so on, there must be men behind. So within AfriAus iLEAC, besides or in addition to David Chinyani, we have Dr. I have to learn this. Associate Professor Dr. Charles Mpande. Where is he? Where is he? He sneaked out, He's hiding somewhere. Okay, he'll come and collect this sometime. Thank you. Next, in absentia, the lead manager for AfriAus iLEAC Comms and Media, all the websites, the web pages for AfriAus iLEAC, all those social media platforms, the brains, Lutando Moyo, please handshake on his behalf. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Photo time.
One more thing. Thank you.
Thank you. Oops, and we forgot another person. Rebecca Mpande, the president of AfriAus iLEAC.
Professor Charles.
Associate Professor Dr. Charles.
Yes, yes, yes.
Woo! A hand, Dr. Charles. Yes.
Please, everyone on stage, look at the cheese. Okay, one more time. Yes, thank you so much. You are all there.
Thank you very much for this. Now let's just give them the opportunity to step down here carefully. Thank you, Abdel, for watching the little ones so that they don't sit down. Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much for your patience. I have learned when I push the young people, sometimes they'll start crying, they're nervous and so on. But I believe this was their day, this was their day. And I believe as a that we have learned something from them. Yes, we have learned something from them. Thank you very much. Okay. If there are any mothers to these children, can you get their white packages? You can remove, guys, you can remove your lollies, your chocolates there and match them. And if Zura, you can get and break the chocolates from the bag and give them to the other children who did not participate, but they're in the room, just give them a small pack. That's fine. I hand over to Dr. Charles. Now, we will break the protocols. The dinner has just walked in and they need a few minutes to settle down before they can serve us the dinner. So dinner will be served quietly while the program is moving on. We'll get more information from Dr. Charles.
So can I ask Balwita if you announce yourself?
Workshop and we learn most of it from there. So again, thanks, and we want to give them some gift to Vika. So please accept our gift. Zora. Zora. because some guys from India, these guys are from handmade guys for the women's. Thank you, but not for you.
Thank you. How wonderful, isn't it?
Yes.
Let's put our hands together again. Really wonderful. Thank you, the Indian community, senior women, for your acknowledgement of the work that you do with the others in the community. Really interesting. So as Rebecca said, we will not stop. We'll continue with the program and they'll be serving us as we go on. And at this moment, I have Rebecca again, and she will be presenting to us the AfriAus AfriAus 16 days of activism. Active upstanding is my superpower. 16 webinar series. Over to Rebecca.
Thank you very much for this, Dr. Charles. Could our Katarama, Monique, and the team, the ushers, go around and serve the people the food? Can I respectfully ask the children and anyone in the room, you will have a choice. They will push their trolleys, those who are ushers. You make a selection. We have been conscious that it is time of COVID-19, and so the food is packed to the best of my knowledge. Okay, so this food is halal. There is also vegan. So you have your vegetarian. So we did well to say, let's continue with the program while the food is coming around. When you get the food, just talk quietly, use quiet, waking voices around your table. That would be fantastic. May I ask the parents to look after the kids who are walking, running around, so that we pay or we listen to these presentations. They won't be long. Mine will just go 10-15 minutes, and then I'll pass on the baton to Beck there. So, what do we have there?
The baby's gonna come. The baby's coming.
While we are getting the thing up there, allow me, I already said the acknowledgement to country, and so one other thing I would like to acknowledge is the continued partnership or collaboration with other organizations, and it has been a combination of non-for-profit organizations and small businesses. Children, can parents take care of the children? It's not the parents are listening. But there is noise from this table, there is noise from this corner. Dr. Charles, can you ask Manisha to look after the children, her children, please? Thank you. Go to number seven. You had it on the screen, John. It was there. Okay. Number 7. practices which elevate or they really support male dominance against or to the disadvantage of females. Whatever the age is, to the smallest, from the smallest to the oldest. And the total attendance was 152, and these were females majority and males in Australia and then international across the globe. And the 152 attendees attended across, it wasn't like one day 152, no. We were recording attendance every day, and we collected that there were new people attending. Every day there were new people, and when we put together from day 1 to day 16, 152 names appeared in our attendance recording. Yeah, so that was very amazing. And you talk to 152 people, it means you have sent out to a wider network, and that is across the globe. Finally, we also, last but two, we had 14 speakers spread across the 16 days. And these speakers, there were those from Australia and from other countries in the continents across the world. Finally, we had advocacy messages, and just allow me to run through day 1 to day 16 of the messages, and I'll conclude. And I'll do this within 5 minutes if we don't have technical issues. Okay, next slide. These are the messages. Day 1. Sorry, I'll have to turn this way because my eyesight is a bit poor. Orange Day, which was 25th November, break the silence. Multicultural communities deserve access to gender-based violence support services. Day 2, it was about empowerment, equal representation for marginalized voices. Next. Day 3, economic empowerment. Rigid gender norms perpetuate violence. Together, let's redefine masculinity and femininity to create a world where respect and equality thrive. Day 4, education. Quality education is empowerment. When we keep girls in school, we break cycles of violence and unlock their full potential. Invest in quality education, transform lives globally. You might wonder why I am putting quality there, because we got feedback from those who attended to say, can you add quality? Because it's not just about any education, it must be quality education. Day 5, my friends, that corner, we are competing, and I'm about to withdraw my lollies from you if I hear the noise again. Can you pay respect, please? And I feel very bad to point fingers at you, okay? So let's go for it and respect when people are speaking here at the front. That's the problem when the presenter is a teacher. I'm a teacher, so can you listen, guys? Thank you. Day 5, justice. Justice delayed is justice denied. Expedite gender-based violence investigations. When I read that message, it shook me. In most cases, those who have the right resources, they delay. And by the time they offer the right resources, it is too late. And so, justice delayed is justice denied. Let's be fair and just provide resources at the right time. We must be fair. Day 6, health. Healing begins with support. Increase healthcare access for underdeserved gender-based survivors. Day 7, masculinity. are built on mutual respect and trust. Let's teach and model respect to end cycles of violence and abuse. Encourage male allies to stand against gender-based violence. Day 8, institutional response. Urgent need for robust, fair, and effective systems to combat gender-based violence. Institutions such as law enforcement agencies, judicial systems, healthcare providers, educational bodies, and community organizations must collaborate to ensure gender-based violence is addressed comprehensively. Day 9, you're doing a good job there, Wakisa. Day 9 was the day when internationally we celebrate the people with a disability. And that's why we came up with this message. Women with disabilities face unique barriers in accessing gender-based violence. It's time to ensure inclusive, accessible, and equitable support systems that prioritize their safety, dignity, and rights. Together, let's break the barriers and create a world where no one is left behind. 10, rural-urban divide. I'll pause there. Can those who are serving food serve that table immediately so that they can be quiet? They should be eating, please. Everybody else here is quiet. So give them food and drink which they want and let them sit down. Thank you. Rural-urban divide, bridge the gap, ensure equal gender-based violence support services for rural and regional populations. Day 11, listen carefully. Day 11, 6 more. We demand mutual consent. My body, my right. When I say no, I mean no. And in Australia, we need to know when, of course, you can have a relationship with the opposite sex. We know that there is, of course, there is a law. Don't get yourself into trouble. Let's respect our girl babies, our girl child. That's why we are nurturing them now, so that they know that they must wait and they must tell the boy, the man, to say no. No, this is not the right time. So don't, and I said don't force yourself on the baby or the girl child. Please. Day 12, child marriage. Again, end child marriage, protect girls' rights in grassroots communities. Day 13, I'm getting there. Media representation. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and trust. Let's teach and model respect to end cycles of violence and abuse. My beautiful friends on that table, remember our table manners? Quietly we get the food and eat. Thank you. Day 14. Day 14, community engagement. Harassment is violation, not a compliment. Raise your voice and join us in creating safe spaces free from fear and intimidation. Day 15. Day 15, policy reform. I hope the sponsors, all those donors, anyone in decision-making level doesn't hate us. Stronger laws, safer communities. It's time to strengthen legal frameworks to protect everyone from gender-based violence and ensure justice for all. That is a message to all policy makers, decision makers. Day 16, I hope I didn't get into trouble when that poster went onto social media. Day 16, I think you can recognize the face there of our Vice President. The 16 days of activism may be ending. Yes, they ended. But our fight against gender-based violence is far from over. Let's keep pushing for change and supporting survivors. The next slide, there's nothing there. I think that's our end. Now, I have that photo because it reminds me of a lady with a disability I was in contact with, and we supported them during COVID-19. And the message which was so much passed out there, reached out there when the former Premier for Victoria was Dan Andrews. They used to say, getting things done, making things fair. Gender-based violence, let's make sure, let's get things done and make things fair. Thank you very much for your undivided attention with a few interruptions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Madam President, for these 16 days of activism. Allow me just to ask Dr. Flatter just to tell us a little bit, what is 16 days of activism? How did it begin?
So, the 16 days of activism against violence against women started in 1991. And in 1991, so many things happened. Those of you from Asia, you might know about the Comfort women, the Korean and Filipino women that were abducted by the Japanese soldiers during Second World War. They were abducted as girls, and they started to raise awareness, and their voice came to the UN, and they raised this awareness to a point where it was acknowledged that gender-based violence, especially violence against women, is something that should not be ignored anymore. It needed to come to the fore. And so the 16 days were counted from 25th of November, when the Marble sisters, the three of them were murdered in Dominican Republic in the Caribbean because of a dictatorship that was so cruel at that time. And you count from 25th of November to the 10th of December, which is the International Human Rights Day. There are 16 days. And each day has a significance. And I will just mention two significant days, and then I will forever hold my peace. Madam President has mentioned 3rd of December, which is the International Day of Disability. And that one falls right in the 16 days. But 1st of December, we know, is the International Day for HIV and AIDS Day, when we remember the pandemic, AIDS pandemic, and working, knowing that actually it is gender-based violence that actually enables the spread even more. And then finally, I want to mention 6th of December, because 6th of December, 14 women in Canada were murdered by a man who felt that women should not study engineering, and he himself did not qualify. So he came to Montreal University, Montreal actually Polytechnic, and he called out all the men to leave, and the 14 women that were studying engineering, he shot each one of them dead, shouting, "I hate women, I hate feminism," and then he killed himself. So it's the 16 days that fall within these important days that were lifted up. And the activism is actually just to raise awareness, to train people, to build on empowerment, but it doesn't mean that after 16 days then you keep quiet. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Flatner. Some of these important scheduled activism days are not well known, and very few of us actually make use of them. So I thought this is an opportunity for us just to get informed about what all the 16 days of activism are and how they started, the issues behind them. These are horror stories. We will continue, but I know food is being served, so be sure you get your choice meal, and I'm sure the caterers are doing their best. So let's eat, let's enjoy ourselves. But I may just Rebecca Abernathy at this moment to do her Heat Heroes Be Well presentation. Put our hands together for Rebecca. So you did the perfect. Oh yeah, of course. Listen good. This is summer, it's hot, and we have problems associated with the heat.
Thank you, Rebecca, and thank you, Dr. Charles, and thank you, everybody. I'm really very pleased to have been invited today to come and present about this project. It's a community education session about staying healthy and keeping well during heatwave. And I wanted to start off by saying that this community education session is part of a project that we have been working with AfriAus, iLEAC for the last 12 months to tell people about the dangers of heat waves and how to prepare for them and keep yourself well during them. Some of you may have participated in a couple of activities that we have already run, and then today is just our final activity in this year-long project. So my name is Rebecca Abernathy, and I'm from an organisation called Enliven Victoria. So today we're going to be talking about keeping healthy in a heat wave. And I just wanted to echo as well, I know that previous speakers have already acknowledged the traditional owners of the land on which we're gathering today, so I would like to also echo that and pay my respects to the Wurrung people of the Kulin Nation. So our workshop objectives. So today we're going to be learning about what is a heat wave. So maybe many of you probably already know and have experienced heat waves before, but maybe you sort of not really understood exactly what is a heat wave. So today we're going to be looking at increasing your understanding of what a heat wave is and building your confidence to be able to keep yourself and others safe during a heat wave. So we're going to be talking about the dangers. What are the dangers of heat waves? How to prepare for a heat wave, and tips on keeping yourself and your community members, those people that you love, safe during a heat wave. So what is a heat wave? I know that everyone's eating and drinking, so I don't know if anyone wants to maybe give a go at, oh, we have a hand up over here. What's a heat wave? It's Jacob, isn't it?
An umbrella.
Weather. Oh, you do need an umbrella. Perfect. Great work. Yes, and you're already getting ahead of our presentation. So congratulations. You do need an umbrella in a heat wave. It will help you very much. So anyone else? Does anyone want to give it a go? Oh, down the front here. It does, it gets really hot, you're right. It's a period of time when it's really hot. So a heat wave is a period of unusually hot weather. And it happens for 3 or more days at a time. Okay, so it's hard to say whether it's 35 or 45, it could be anything, but it depends on that time of year and the kind of temperatures that you would normally have during that time of year. So if it's unusually hot for that time of year, and it's for 3 days or more, and it's continuously hot, it doesn't drop down at night time, then that's when the Bureau of Meteorology will declare that there's a heat wave. So who's at risk? Who is at risk during a heat wave? Yes, we have our hand up. You're right, exactly, yeah, practically everyone. Yep, I think everyone knows a bit about heat waves already. I feel like I should invite some people up here to do the presentation. But you're right, everyone is at risk. Some populations, some people are at higher risk though. And so the people who are at higher risk, we've got children and babies, we've got people over 65. Some people who may be taking medications that affect the body's ability to cope with heat, people who are pregnant and people who are breastfeeding, people who are living alone or who are socially isolated. And we also have people who have acute or pre-existing chronic illness or health problems. And I've got a couple of statistics here, so it's a little bit, I guess, concerning. The Australian Red Cross has warned that 58% of Australians expect to be affected by heat waves in the coming 12 months. More than 5 years ago, when only a quarter were only expected to be affected. However, new research shows that only 10% of Australians are actively taking steps to prepare for a heat wave and to keep themselves safe and well during a heat wave. So it's important to know these tips, because you might think that it's just a really hot day and you think, oh, that's okay, but your body can actually be really affected by it. And not only yourself, but also members of your family and those people in your community who you might know about who don't have the things that we do to be able to prepare and keep ourselves safe during a heat wave. So the dangers, what are the dangers of heat wave? So heat-related illness can include heat exhaustion and heat stroke. So they are two different impacts. Heat-related illness occurs when a body can't cool itself and can't maintain a healthy temperature. The body normally cools itself through sweating, and sometimes sweating isn't enough though, so the body temperature just keeps on rising. Heat can also worsen the condition of someone who already has a medical issue such as heart disease, diabetes, kidney disease or lung disease, and heat-related illness can also trigger a heart attack or a stroke. Most reported illness and death of heat-related illness is due to the effect of heat on those who are already ill. So we'll go through the two different types. We've got heat exhaustion. So heat exhaustion is we'll just go back. Thanks. Heat exhaustion, there are a few symptoms here that we've got up on the screen. Fainting or dizziness, vomiting or nausea, sweating a lot, having a fast pulse or heartbeat. The skin is pale and damp, and they might start feeling weak or experiencing muscle cramps. So during this time, if you or someone that you know or love is experiencing these symptoms and it's due to the heat, then you need to get that person to go to a cool area and lie down, and you can fan them. If you're with them, you can fan them. Give them cool water to drink, but don't do that if they are vomiting, and don't do that if they are unconscious. you can remove any outer clothing or excess clothing of that person and try to wet their skin with cool water and wet cloths. It is important to contact and see a doctor if this is occurring. So you can see a doctor afterwards as well, just to let them know that this happened and they can check up on you. Now, with a heat stroke, it's a different kind of, it's a similar set of symptoms, but it's a more intense impact, and it's actually a life-threatening emergency. So the symptoms are very similar here. We've got headache, we've got confusion, slurred speech, body temperature has risen above 39 degrees Celsius, and the person has red and dry skin. So again, they've got a fast or a strong pulse or heartbeat, but they're not sweating, so the body stopped sweating. And this person may also be losing consciousness. So if you are with somebody or you yourself are feeling these symptoms, it's important that you call 000. You call for an ambulance, you call 000 before you do anything else. You then have to ask for the ambulance and tell them that you think that the person you are with has heat stroke. So we'll shortly go through what you do to support and help that person while you're waiting for the emergency services to arrive. So health services that can help. So when we're talking about heat exhaustion or if you're feeling unwell, it's not necessary to call an ambulance. Unless they are exhibiting some really quite severe symptoms. So if you or someone you know are feeling unwell from the heat and you want some immediate expert advice, you can call your doctor, or you can call a pharmacist, you can call Nurse on Call. So has anyone heard of Nurse on Call? Nurse on Call is a great resource. It's a free service available to all Victorians, and you can call them 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. You can always, if you need an interpreter, you can call the translating and interpreting service and ask them to call Nurse on Call. However, if you think it's an emergency, then you need to call 000. When you're talking to Nurse on Call, they'll talk you through, they'll ask you a number of questions and they'll guide you as to whether or not they think it's an emergency situation, and they can put the call through to 000 for you as well. But if you think it's an emergency, then you call 000. So when it's an emergency, when it's heat stroke, you call 000. If you need an interpreter or you're finding difficulty speaking English, then tell the person, once you've called 000, tell them and they will get an interpreter for you. So when you call 000, you'll be asked which service you require, and then you let them know that you need an ambulance. If you need a translator or an interpreter, then this is when you ask at that point. So they're going to ask you a few questions, and it's important to know where you are because they need to be able to guide the ambulance to you. So if you don't know the address, or if you're at a place where you're not familiar with, try and understand where you are. If you don't know the number, at least find out the street, and then look for a landmark nearby that you can tell the ambulance provider so that they're able to locate you. So the call taker, when you call 000, are going to ask you a lot of questions, and it's really important that you stay on the phone and you answer the questions as they are asked, and you do not hang up until the operator has told you to hang up. If you're inside a house, make sure you open up the front door or unlock the front door. If you have any pets, like a dog, make sure they're put in another room. So always stay on the call and wait for the operator to tell you when to hang up. So if you think, while you're waiting for emergency help, so if you think someone has heat stroke and you've called 000 for an ambulance already, you should get the person to a cool, shady area and lie them down. Remove as much clothing as you can, as much excess clothing as you can, and wet the skin of the person with water and fan them down. Do not give them fluids to drink. If the person is unconscious, this can be dangerous. So it's really important to not give them fluids to drink unless you've been advised otherwise by the operator. If that person is unconscious, you need to lay them on their side and clear their airway until help has arrived. Okay, so now we're going to talk about this. We've already spoken about the signs of heat exhaustion and heat stroke, but let's have a look at how we can prepare your home for a hot summer. So how do you prepare your home for the heat? I've heard a few, we've had umbrellas suggested. What are some things that you can do to prepare your home for a hot day? Yes? Yes, that's right. Putting on the air conditioner is a really good way to cool your house down. And sometimes you might not have air conditioners in all of the rooms. You may have it just in one room. So it's good to just use that room as a nice cooling room. Yes, we have another suggestion. Cold water. Yes, drinking lots of cold water and staying hydrated is really important. These are really good tips. Has anyone else got any suggestions? Yeah. Yes, it's important to protect yourself from the UV rays if you have to go outside. Sometimes it's difficult to avoid going outside. We might need to go to school, we might need to go to work. But it's really important that you wear a hat when you do go outside. Yes. Yes, it's important to wear sunscreen. You need to really protect yourself from the UV rays, which are quite harmful to our skin, aren't they? Okay, so here's some other tips about preparing your home for a heat wave. So sometimes you might not have air conditioning at home, so it's important to close, even when it is air conditioned, close the blinds, close the windows, keep your curtains closed, and try and seal any drafts or cracks around your windows or underneath your door, because that will prevent the hot air from coming in as well. You also need to make sure that you've got your cooling systems that are working. So that might be your air conditioner, it might be your portable cooler, or it might be some electric fans. If possible, go out and get yourself some electric fans if you can. So make sure that they're prepared in advance when you know summer's coming. Check on your air conditioners, check all of your appliances, your cooling appliances are working. You can also plan ahead by maybe planting some shady trees outside your windows that get the most sun, or setting up umbrellas or some kind of awning or shade system that's outside your house that helps block the sun coming into your house. So we also need to make sure that the clothing that we're wearing is cool and is able to help our bodies cool down and prevent ourselves from overheating. So how do you prepare yourself for a heat wave? So we've spoken about the house. We've had a little bit of a discussion about the clothes that you're going to wear. We've got some really good points about wearing sunscreen, drinking cool water, and wearing hats. So you're listening to the news, you hear it on the radio, they do often say quite a lot when there's a heat wave coming, so there is a bit of warning for that. Some people may have those weather apps on their phones, and you'll get a notification when there's a heat wave coming as well. So you know that there's a heat wave coming, so what are we going to do? Some tips to remember is that it's hot during a heat wave. You don't want to be cooking for a long time and turning on that oven all day during a heat wave. So make sure you've got some food that you can prepare earlier so that you can eat it without having to cook for a long time in the house. Go out and do your grocery shopping the days before the heat wave. Try and avoid going outside if you can, but we know sometimes you do still have to go outside, so that's where wearing your hat and making sure you're sun smart and sun safe comes into play. So do your grocery shoppings ahead of time. You can make sure that you also, if you take medication regularly, make sure that you have enough supply of your medication to last, so you don't have to go out to the pharmacist to get more medication. If you don't already have it, you can download the Bureau of Meteorology or the BOM app, and that will give you updates about when there are going to be some heat waves coming, and also any other weather-related emergency situations. I think we have Yeah, you can download the BOM app here if you haven't already got it. So you want to also plan what your days are going to look like during the heat wave. If you've got any regular exercise classes, or trying to avoid going out and doing exercise or going outside, try and reschedule those for cooler days. If you have neighbours that you know about and that you know maybe they live by themselves, or maybe they are people who have got really young children, maybe there are people who are older and maybe people have some chronic illness, check in on them if you can. This is really important because when people are by themselves, it's difficult for them to be able to monitor their own health. So maybe you can help them prepare themselves and their homes for the heat wave as well, and check in on them during the heat wave. You might want to make an emergency kit. Sometimes the power goes out during a heat wave because the grid's overloaded, or they might start doing rolling blackouts to maintain the electricity supply. If that's the case, then make sure you have a little emergency kit with a torch and batteries and some water, and make sure you've got your phone charged as well. If you have life-saving devices at home, if you require constant power because you've got some devices at home that you need to sleep or to help breathe, then you can register with your electricity provider to let them know that you have a life-saving device or appliance at home, and they can prioritise your power supply. So, what to do once the heat arrives? So keep your house at 26 degrees or lower, or find the coolest room in your house. So we've spoken about pulling down the blinds and the curtains at the start of the day, and you can turn the air conditioner on. You don't have to keep the air conditioner running the entire day. You can just set aside a cool room and maybe select some times of the day when you can cool it down. So I think we've gone a little bit ahead of the slides, but we can talk about during the heat wave, make sure you stay hydrated. So you can do this by drinking a lot of water and eating hydrating foods that have a high water content in them. Keep your body temperature low, and you can do this by having cool showers, putting your feet in a cool tub of water. You can use damp towels and ice to cool yourself down, and sit yourself down in front of an electric fan. When you're wanting to support your family and community during a heat wave, you can support them by not leaving anyone, children or anyone, alone in a car outside when it's hot. Make sure that there are no animals left in the car as well. And if you ever do see a person or an animal locked in a car outside on a hot day, call 000 immediately. Check in on family members and other people that you know who might be living alone. For people on the My Aged Care program, you can be referred to a service called the Red Cross Telecross service, and you can get your provider to refer you so that your name is on a list for them to call people who might be vulnerable during these periods of time, and then the Red Cross Telecross operators will call you and check in to make sure that you're okay. Okay, I think we've gone through what to do with your house, what to do with yourself, how to look after others in the community. Has anyone got any questions around what we've discussed today? Does everyone sort of feel a little bit more aware of the kinds of things that you need to do? And look, to be fair, I know living in Australia, it's a hot place. Coming from other countries, people have probably experienced heat waves in many different places as well. Just sometimes it's good to be reminded about how to prepare. Yeah.
Thank you so much for the presentation. My name is Adini. I just want to know, why is it that sometimes they say there's bushfire in some part of Victoria, and in same Victoria there's flooding? And then what are the causes of the bushfire?
Yeah, well, that's a very good question, and we do have lots of different extreme patterns of weather. We know that the temperature is rising. There's going to be more instances of extreme weather due to climate change, and that sometimes there may be flooding because it's not just about the weather, it's also about the infrastructure, it's about cutting down trees and forests and things that may have the biodiversity that's been in existence to be able to support the capture of the water when there is a lot of rain. So sometimes when that's all cleared away, then there's nothing to stop the water from coming through and coming into areas that are a little bit more vulnerable to that sort of extra waterfall. And I guess when we've got flooding in some areas, Australia's a very big country. It's got lots of different weather zones as well. So the summertime is when we have the higher rates of cyclones and those kind of big storms coming through because of the water, they hit the temperature of the sea. So when there's a warmer climate, then it can make storms and cyclones much more intense. And then in other regions of Australia, we've got bushfires if we've had long periods of hot weather, and then we've had a lot of period of growth of vegetation, and then a long period of drought. That vegetation dries up and it becomes easily flammable. So when a storm can come along and we get dry lightning, you can get sometimes there are storms that don't have rain, but it's dry lightning, and that can spark a bushfire when you've got a lot of vegetation that's grown and built up and then a long period of drought. So it's just sort of created a lot of easily flammable vegetation. And it's not just dry lightning, it's also people starting fires and being a bit careless with their campfires and their cigarette butts and things like that. So yeah.
Thank you so much. Please let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you, Rebecca. I think I'm one of those that have picked up quite a bit this evening. So let's put our hands together for Rebecca for a great presentation on how we can keep safe during summer. I want to say that there are a lot of things that we have learned, and probably we may forget some of this quickly, but I guess we can get to some website, Rebecca, and you're happy to supply that if people need it. You can supply that website if people need it. Okay, thank you. I think we have done pretty well. Is everybody fed? Has everybody had something to eat?
Yes.
Good, good. And we have two very consistent attendees of the events. And they just missed it, turning a corner and went the other way, so they've just arrived. Now ask Mzee if you want to say a word, or Lucien if you want to say a word, otherwise we will be inviting the last speaker to do a vote of thanks. Let's give Lucien a big hand.
Before I say a word, I ask for the alderman permission, because I can't talk when he's just rude. I need to ask for permission. So he allowed me to go and talk on our behalf. Okay, we came actually from the other end of the city of Melbourne, in Wyndham City Council.
Ah, same here.
Yeah, that's where we came from. Yeah, very far away. And we always want, like, attending event here, because it's a very big, I would say, I don't know if the word surprise is the correct word. It's really, let's say, surprise. And see, we can see how people are united here from different communities, from Africa, from India, from Nepal, from Europe, European background, of course,
from everywhere, and they live like, so they don't see color, they don't see race or whatever, nothing. They're just one. So working in one step and doing everything together. That's why I really like to attend this event in this community, because actually I'm a community development activist. So this has taught me a lot. And please, wherever you have an event, please always send invitation. Today, we got lost because I don't know, we did not know that the event will be here. So we thought it will be in what they call Pakenham South Community Hall. So we drove all the way to Pakenham South Community Hall. We arrived there's nothing. Until we just figured out, we said, maybe let's go to the other, where they have to hold the event, and then maybe we can see people there. So when we came here and saw people, we felt ourselves very ridiculous. Yeah. But thank you so much for all the time encouraging us to come in this event. We congratulate you guys. Keep it up. Keep doing what you are doing together as a community of human beings. You know, that's very good. Praise the Lord. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lucian. Always happy to see people coming all the way from western suburbs. And this is event after event. It's not just one time. We have many people around who find it very difficult, but we are so happy to see you come all the way down. And this is what we want. We want communities to come together. We think this strengthens multicultural Australia. We think this helps us to learn, not only to know each other, but to learn from each other. So we value these multicultural events. At this point, I want to invite Rebecca Mafuliwa, who is going to give us a vote of thanks. I think everybody, if you need some helping again, please do make sure that you get a helping.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
That was a very powerful. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Rebecca.
Thank you. That was lovely. I'm very happy to see each one of you. It's the first time that we've met with most of you. I haven't been in Melbourne for almost 10 years now. So I'm very happy that we've met this dinner. And for AfriAus iLEAC, we believe that together we can go far. And this multicultural community and family dinner has proved our slogan once again. You are the ones who have made this gathering meaningful. When I look around, I see different communities weaved together for the purpose of making our communities better. So thank you, each one of you, and the communities that you represent. We have not finished yet. As AAI, we have not finished yet. We are looking to end the year with a big bang, and we'll be reaching out to invite you to help work with us once again in 2025. While I cannot mention all the names, let me mention just a few of the community leaders that are here with us tonight. I would like to acknowledge the presence of Peter, who came from South Sudanese community, and there's Abdil and Khatija. Thank you for coming, and Becky from Eleven, who taught us about a very important life skill, how to survive the heat wave. If you're living in Melbourne, you know what a heat wave is. You've been through one, but she's also teaching us how we can survive one and help others, making our communities better, respecting each other, helping one another. And I would also like to not forget the president of AAI, AfriAus iLEAC, Cecilia, the woman who has brought all of us together here. Can we just have a round of applause? Thank you, Cecilia. Syria. She has a heart of service to make communities better. And we know that we cannot have a successful woman without a man not behind her. But beside her, Associate Professor Dr. Charles Harley Bright Paget. Let's give a warm clap. Thank you, and to everyone whom I have not mentioned your name. Just know that from the depth of our heart, we're so thankful for making tonight meaningful, colorful, and beautiful. And our service providers, thank you very much. All the AfriAus, iLEAC staff, and the volunteers that work with us, and all the amazing sound technician tonight for making sure that my hoarse voice can be heard to the back of the room. Thank you. And without further ado, I would like to wish you all a blessed end of the year, and that we begin a new year with more strength, more unity, and that together we continue to go far. Thank you.
This dinner, I think, will also be taken over to Cape Town. Thank you. Thank you, Rebecca, for a wonderful vote of thanks. There are many people to thank, definitely. But as I have often said, there are many times that I slacken, and then I have people that brought me and said, this is good, let's get going. Abdel is one. And obviously, I always get thumbs up from Lucian and Mzee. Mzee is Swahili for the big man, wise old man. So I always get thumbs up, do it. So I get encouraged. So many people to thank, but certainly we can't have an event without people coming. So everybody who makes effort to come, we say thank you. At this point, we had something which the president said she's going to give something to people, and I'm not sure how to put it, but she will.
Okay. This is the last announcement. All the thanks have been made. Wakisa, can you tell everybody to come back here quickly, please? David Peterson, can you help us, the young ones? The mothers, can you bring all the children back here, please? We came here not to play, we had fun the last 2 days. And so let's finish within the next 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. Let's sit at our tables. And while this is happening, Madam Monique, as quickly as you can, people want to go home. And everybody just get some dessert. If you can't eat while seated, you want to take it home, fine. If you want to eat while seated, that's fine. But as you're going home, you stop by the kitchen. I'll be there too. I've got, on behalf of AfriAus iLEAC as a charity, we have got a small present for New Year. We couldn't afford to do so for Christmas, but for New Year, just choose between rice and semolina. We couldn't get the maize flour. We got big bags and we didn't have enough time to just put them in small bags. So we only have semolina 5 kilo, and then rice. We have basmati and jasmine 5 kilo. Not everyone is getting the 5 kilo charity food for your what? New Year. Only the adult of the family. So each family, if you are single-headed, you get your 5 kilo. If there is more than one person but you are attending, only the parent gets the 5 kilo, whether the semolina flour or the rice itself. be kind enough. We bought enough food for 30 families to give them for their New Year, and then a kilo of red kidney beans each family. So make sure that if you are a family, as you walk out, talk to us in this kitchen here, and then we'll give you our New Year present. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Something to take home.
Yes.
Thank you. Only that it's to the family, it's not to individuals. So it's a gift to the family, not to individuals.
One thing, and Sister Katija knows well, 30 families, it is from one, and then we calculated the largest family when we're doing the COVID-19 was 11 and sometimes 15. So we estimated with 30 families, just that gives of 5 kilos each would feed between one person to 240 individuals, or multiplied by 15 every family. It's up to you on average. Yeah.
Wow. These mothers of ours know how to feed us.
Yes, sir.
We know how much we eat. The dessert is coming. So my responsibility is to see to it that people eat well and don't choke. Okay, so if you want to eat your dessert here, you're free to eat your dessert. We will not run you out. But if you want to go home, if you have something else to do, you're most welcome. We mark the official proceedings of this event closed at this point.
Hello viewers, welcome back to our Community Lives Channel 31.
Our Community Lives, events, people, places, multicultural, sports, news, peace promotion, security, religious activities, children programs, human rights, asylum seekers and refugees, politics, health, African culture, entertainment, education, Australian culture, and lots more. Our Community Lives, produced, directed, and hosted by Adeni Ekine. Our Community Lives, #1 African Australian multicultural and human rights program, only on this station.
Keep watching our Community Lives on this station.
Keep watching our Community Lives.